process every time I need information. Then I get taken back to that moment if that stuff was popping in, and then it opens like a whole. Describe it. And then if I dial into that knowledge at that point, then it's always got the answers right there. But I have to get to that place and like really connect, and then it's already been given to me.
Totally understand that. I had the same experience in my. Find things. Get a book, and that explain. It is incredible. It's your diet. It's fun. But what about freedom of speech? What they just.
Well, the biggest thing is they work with PR firms and thousands of articles, thousands of just made up this strong man, then had show trial, was already guilty. I don't feel sorry for myself. The $1.5 billion, they asked for $2.75 trillion, I'm not joking, GDP of India, is about scaring everybody else.
Yeah, changing all my guys to Rengold, One-Eyed Fitzgerald.
Scott murdered. She'd already said everything.
That guy looks sick.
Take an example, Eddie.
I mean, his depth perception's terrible, no doubt. I mean, look at him. He's only got one eye.
I signed over to it. I have free will, but I'm totally committed. There's no going back. There's no changing course. I can't even do it. It's not even courage. I have free will, but I mean, I'm turning myself over to God. So the flesh is weak, and still like it's this other thing over here, and I'm sitting above it. There's some things that aren't good. Smoke a cigarette, lust after a woman. Sure, that's all good, but it's like down here. It's like it's not even me. It's like me. And but the Alex Jones, my spirit, is far beyond that.
Yeah, it's already gone.
What they do is they try to silence you so they can build this straw man, so you're not. To then try to steal your identity to manipulate and control and scare others.
That's what they did to me too. You know, here we are. Isn't it great?
It is, and we're watching amazing things happen.
Maybe someday. That's insane.
How fast we were moving in the beginning, and we've gone from 1 mile an hour to light speed.
Think?
Oh yeah.
Didn't you love that meme? What's his name? Cash Patel. Judge is getting arrested. Caption is no. It's his post. And with them saying that trumped up, manufactured cases that they threw at. Stole. I mean, it seems like we're just opening our eyes and seeing what's right in front of our face. That's what Americans don't want to do. Have you noticed that?
Because television was born here, and you're sitting in front of it in your diapers, and I just believe it's all a big,
I'm sitting in front of the television right now, Alex.
But people now know deep
what
down
you got to say to that?
It's all a lie.
Well, Mike. Well, I mean, Tyke. Well, Tyke.
So,
you know,
there's a great separation of people that are going to buy any delusion and people that are wanting to wake up. And I'm not fully sorry until you actually die, and literally just get even closer to God's presence. And like you said, it's just God's knowledge. It's God's truth broadcasting out the universe. Just God's spirit is everywhere in everything. Unless you go against it, and God gives you free will to separate yourself from God. And so everything good comes from God. Everything bad comes from not separating from it. It's like separating from your mother, or a fish separating from the water.
Yeah.
Right you are, Jones. Right you are.
But God is omnipresent, and the only thing that God could do is outside of His total perfection would be to create new creatures.
Wow, you almost got me with that fucking canister shot. Jeez.
It's like when we have children, they can end up being great people or bad people. They can end up being serial killers. Oh, not, but is that a crime that children had them and tried to raise them? They have free will. It's some reflection on us, but we still decided to create new creatures, and so that's the perfection of God. God creates humanity, creates our spirits. Then 2 men and 2 women come together and then combine their genetics and create a whole new creature that is the earth suit or the seat of the spirit. And it's just it's all beyond fabulous, and all there's perfection in all of it. That's why Satan is attacking the male and the female, because that is the unity, that is the perfection of God's system that you see in everything in the universe.
exactly right. But what was the charge that they...
Die Preußen haben ihn
Wow.
And the average person doesn't say the law, just certainly doesn't tell you much about it. I was found civilly liable. Texas Democrat Party operative judge in Connecticut. And so they defaulted, saying I didn't give them discovery. We gave them everything. There was nothing about these people. 22 minutes of me talking about them in evidence. Yeah, I didn't know the official story. I just barely ever covered.
Shit my pants a little
And so for years, before they sued me, they had PR firms raising money. We now own hundreds of millions on my name, but with ads on Facebook and Twitter saying, "Help us! Alex Jones is attacking us. We need money." He's sending people to PR graves. And I even did that period. So I didn't understand why are they talking about me all over the raising money.
It's all about
Personally, I've been
fundraising,
attacked by
everything they
Alex
do.
Jones on a
so
handful
it
of
was
times.
like
He
Alex Jones
mistook
is
me
being
for some
mean,
sort
Alex
of
Jones is
interdimensional
Trump's right-hand man,
vampire.
which wasn't true. It was like raise money off Alex Jones, all by extension you demonize Trump. And after they did that, raise a couple hundred million. We have documents
Perfect.
that we published them.
Now,
Hundreds of millions. They sue me, and then they're on the news saying he made his fortune off us. He's got billions. I never had $10 million to bank, which is lie upon line. Then for a couple of years, they deposit me. We give them everything. There's nothing there, so they go, "Oh, you didn't give us the discovery stuff."
That's the charge?
Yeah, well, it's civil, but yeah, they said you found guilty by the judge. And then the juries have trials on damages. Jurors don't know that. So the judges of both trials on TV said he is guilty. You know, something happened on YouTube, and they had like dozens of people carrying it. Big law channels, some of them millions of viewers at one time. And at first, it's like 60% already questions. A lot of us were good. The majority was still for it, but a few days into the book trials, 99% were for me. And they cut off comments on all of the YouTube channels that had it. She just admonished the jury he's guilty. He just told him she'll put him in jail. He says he's innocent. You are not allowed to say you're innocent. That's part of the line. You are guilty. You made money and taught these people. You made it for years. I mean, it was just bizarre.
It was all
Texas,
oh, immediately died.
There's the scripts. I didn't realize I was in the middle of it. It was that script. I was shocked. And they,
That's what Nancy Pelosi did January 6th.
absolutely, her and her daughter. Trump sent him a 10,000 National Guard, and Billy threatened to resign if he kept pushing it. And then, under the law, unless he declares the Insurrection Act, last time that was done was in 1992 in the urban riots in L.A., unless he declares that, he has to have the governor or the District of Columbia, Peter, has to ask him in. So he said, "Hey, give me 10,000." I said,
They got a camera.
What the hell am I doing? Let me take this damn bandit off first.
He didn't want troops there. I mean, it's all crazy.
It's all bullshit.
It is bullshit.
You know, hopefully shit done.
You can't have our camp.
I was there on January 6th.
It's not yours.
Please borrow it.
No, I told you no. I said no. Years ago, they put in the indictment, Owen Schroyer went to the Capitol, attacked people, never went in. Owen doesn't work at Info. He's a liar here. It was demonstrable. He was angry. He's on right.
Great Britain!
I mean, it's just the lead this stuff, and they just don't care. And the judges don't stuff don't care.
So they're ops. Judges are ops.
Saying Owen was being president going in. Owen, they literally said, Your Honor, he doesn't work. He's not a journalist.
Now, don't you think that Obama did put all those charges in? See, that's what I'm telling you. Obama, his number
Was that Hank?
should be Obama.
Well done.
Ran the White House. And they put their options to sure.
That's right. Obama is the head of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for saying that.
We don't talk about that enough.
No, they just talk about the Jews, which is totally proper. Some brother.
Well, I mean, there's no doubt that there's powerful Israel lobbies, different factions, all that stuff.
Yeah, and they all work for Qatar.
I was about to say, though, you actually, though, Soros, the left, the corporate media, the universities, all of them, and there are billions of them, and they are taking over, and that is their religion. They'll attack the so-called right wing. Don't talk about Muslims. That's Jew propaganda.
Yeah, I will absolutely go.
Let's just say
Get the fuck back here.
What about the Muslims? That's millions of people taking over
Satiric.
houses in the last few years. And they don't left defensive with them.
I know. How does that happen?
Help! I need some government funding. I got him.
Anti-globalist or whatever.
Now that's
They're defending all. We didn't see it yet. You get that stuff that's off record. You can also see the talking points are exactly the same with them.
yeah.
And I mean, they don't even change it. It's like, bloop. No talking points are the same. Somebody can take ChatGPT. Match up with talking points. No talking points. No. So yeah, I have sources and all the rest of it, but I don't even need that. And my thing is, I'm not saying. Here's the deal. The Islamists vote leftist 97% of the time. Whether they're in Michigan or whether they're in London, whether they're in Germany, whether they're in France, whether they're in the Netherlands,
Right.
they are almost and the left.
And, KGB.
Absolutely.
That's where they get their
The control, stock, five of the seven biggest Hollywood. I mean, that's when you see these movies like all of that is the China funding DEI, all of it. And I'm not even an apologist for Israel or Jewish, but I'm saying,
Excellent work.
anytime I'm like, oh, look, Muslims are spreading out, this is like, shut up, we're doing that.
Okay, these balls are made of metal. They're just pieces to look like wood. That shows you impossible to hit.
Flesh blows or Achilles gonna kill you.
Maybe.
And it's really a sick mental. And so
It's Islamicist.
Push up, let's do it.
And they find it all.
How was you loading, you dick? Kick my
Yeah,
ass.
and you're in the Middle East. I know about the Kurdish.
Hello?
It's all about, but you know about everything. I'm not trying to say you don't know, but finish your point, and I'm going to tell you something.
No, I mean, but 53 Arab states that
That's
surround
when we met it.
Jews from Israel.
Hell no.
That is all. Muslim
I'm
Brotherhood.
not staying over there. Can't come here.
Yeah, because it's
You're 10 to the left. 10 to the left.
No, there isn't. There's no 10 here.
10 to the northwest.
No,
There's no tent.
there isn't any
so it's just all.
There's no tent.
We need to push up the middle.
Get that guy.
Yeah, that's where's the which I'm so glad of.
Shoot that goddamn tent to the northwest.
Because it's a whole new thing now. I like Trump's. You?
And I can define what that is.
Yeah, please.
It's not that the British Empire controlled
You don't say. You got it.
it is actually in PhD level, Pulitzer Prize winning books. It's never on the history that in World War I, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the British Empire were bad guys then, and went and killed the Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Alistair, aim more to your right under the big tree. There's a line of them, and also
because the Germans would surpass the United States in science and industry and chemicals. And we're coming up with all these new systems that were unseating all the other industrial powers. So Germany, in the middle of the Austro-Hungarian Empire,
Everyone charge. Here, me help.
He's not getting him home, that's who I'm menacing. Please get him.
because of all of that,
Oh, jeez, I need to switch to a guard or something.
the British went and started a fight. Admiral, and all that, the treaty on Germany, all the social control, leftists in charge. Pissed everybody off in the Milner group. Milner before Hitler even
Team up
was
with the
even on
Shaggy
radar by the
DJ.
mid-20s.
Oh, that's a flag bearer, not an officer. Alright, we'll guard the flag.
He's right at the tree. At the tree. The big tree. Over there.
And infiltrate with our agents. And we'll build Germany back up and have another war with them. That way they don't become pressure.
People keep on running whenever I
And so it's just like Israel helping create a bomb.
You got a bomb.
Well, we don't want to give the leaders them that were, where bikinis listen to rock and roll. We wanted to have casinos. And so it was the same thing. They didn't run homes, but they created it.
Because they didn't want.
Well, that too, but as bad as Yasser Arafat was at saying it was good. Didn't make him. So Hitler was set up, put in power, given Western financing, built up, Neville Chamberlain, placated it because he was told to. Because if you remember, Rudolf Hess, the deputy Fuhrer, famously early in II, flies himself, shoots in over the palace with the treaty. This is not even time. The tower because they had a peace deal with.
Did you know the AARP? Yeah, that group that's supposed to help seniors. Well, it's actually promoted drag and story hour. I guess they just want old people to drop in a heart attack of pride and something. I'm not kidding, folks. They backed Obamacare, crashed the Trump tax cuts, and they're basically a mouthpiece for the woke left. Well, guess what? There is a better choice. It's called AMAC, A-M-A-C, the Association of Mature American Citizens. And they actually fight for the America you and I love. Freedom, common sense, and keeping the government out of our lives and our business. AMAC is fighting for Social Security, election integrity, and real
Print.
.us/Roseanne and join the fight. That's AMAC.us/Roseanne.
Forgive me, Governor.
And they were supposed to put Edward VIII, was Austria-Hungary, on the throne of the EU.
Fuck should have.
They were going to make it was all a big narrative setting up him and making him evil.
Well, the UK royals are Germans.
That was he was escaped out of Spain. They was always stepped out of this is like mainline history books.
What did you call me? I don't know how you're.
And so that's the sophistication of that. Like the CIA put Saddam Hussein in the had him assassinate the battle leader. Told him he'll attack Iran. Then told him, yeah, go ahead and do it. Well,
Eddie boy, alright.
not that Saddam was a good guy. It's actually on the record. So Hitler was a much bigger Saddam Hussein. And that's why it was a cynical persist. How many people
Scottish
got killed?
broadsword for this guy, obviously.
Well, I mean, they are in human form. Very eugenicists and farming, and they're still doing it. And America, it's over. American people.
Our artillery is confident to will not blow.
And that's on record. Again, because the Germans coming in everything. They had the nuclear quake. And so yeah, the UK and the US and England had a lot of its own mind control system, but the Nazi stuff was just a big load of invasion. So whether it was NASA or the US intelligence agencies, because Marty guys them all how to set up the CIA. It's on record.
We're trying, boss. We're trying.
Got your ground!
Left side, left side. They're flagging us.
Actually going down there. I mean, the Germans, they
Most of them are dead.
I shot the officer!
Oh, fuck.
hundreds of thousands went first.
I just look at like the American.
Well, Hitler, guys of Nuremberg, they all knew the U.S. eugenics and British Eugenics Society as their defense. They used Margaret Sanger as their defense because she was the one saying kill them. That's the modern liberal. See how perfect it is. You're all unsuccessful against euthanasia, and sterilizing kids. And then George Soros, it was the best time of his life. Now that it's like, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger's dad was Arnold Schwarzenegger told Rolling Stone magazine he loves it.
I know. No, that's part of the. I mean, it's part of it. Part of.
Play that song from the Scottishman.
It's part of.
In those countries, then open up and bring it.
Hurrah!
And they use that for replacement migration.
It's just awful. And it's just carried away by a ignorant motherfuckers.
How many people? He was a good guy.
And now looking back, I was so right about it.
Exactly, but they were going to use his anti-communism thing as a way to get rid of military. And we can sell Americans. Really, last don't set up Soviets, just like we did, and then the rest of that.
Right.
And so when he found out, if you remember
Bro,
famously,
it was my first time playing this game, and it was amazing.
That's when they discredited
How fortunate for you.
as soon as he figured out communism, the communist secretaries, once it became, they built this big threat and built this big counter to it that's really a threat to us.
Creating ISIS. People don't know.
I remember back when I've been exposed to Al-Qaeda, was running the CIA and intelligence agencies. Now they admit that Turkey, Israel, the U.S., and NATO have been attacking Assad with Al-Qaeda and ISIS for 15 years. And so now they just admit the entire West is well done. And the USA don't
It's so simple to see Americans just, I don't know, gonna do.
I just think listeners, anybody out there watching me, need to actually go off what I'm saying or go off what you're saying. It's just because people are mistrustful of the system. That's a bad thing. Don't just take everything.
I'm gonna die in my freaking pirate Halloween costume. That's how I'm gonna go out.
And then go look at it yourself and then do your research. And then find out that what is true.
It's already happening. It's already happening.
I don't know along the way.
Oh my god.
So,
I shot that guy.
I mean, I think that's really the thing is,
I shot that guy in his freaking face.
Hey, ready?
Wait, I gotta reload so we can get another one. I'm gonna shoot you in your face. Your face. There we go. Oh wow, that is not a pleasant sight behind this guy. Shoot him in his PC.
And then you
No.
realize
Cause it's one thing or another. I don't even know why I bought.
And that's all they want. But then it's like really that I go back and forth. Should we build a hell out of something? Or not?
Out of
I
reinforcements,
don't
I'm
know.
gonna
What do you?
done.
well, it's. I mean,
I don't like it where they're going. I'm only saying Israel wants.
No,
to destroy
no, we
Iran.
should not get
Well,
away
Iran
with it
wants
wrong.
to kill every Jew and to say David. And they also want to destroy America. They say big Satan and I mean, I don't think they need to defend you. I don't know what the answer is.
my brother, she made a point that people don't know that the CIA overthrew the Iranian government that was elected in '53.
Yeah, and they always install a caliphate. Government always puts in a caliphate instead of a democracy.
It's like they're funding Al Qaeda. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like Biden didn't withdraw because he's controllers because he was incompetent. They wanted to give them the $87 billion in weapons
Absolutely.
they used to go take down Syria.
What team are you gonna be? What team are you
And
gonna
I
be?
don't-
And they
The
also
Italians,
used it on
obviously.
October
As long as
7th
there's
against
fucking room
Israel.
on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, that's true. And they used the money that Obama and Biden gave Iran to launch the attack.
Right.
So,
Perfect.
It's
sick.
it's the U.S. and the
Wanna
leftist
go home?
NGOs are behind all of it. They're the UN.
What they're doing is they're getting
It's cold out. I'm getting frostbite already.
One side of the arm, they're on the devil's side.
My toes are black.
The devil wants us to kill each other and wants a nuclear war.
That's what I would say about Israel. Is there's so many Jews there. That's why there's a civil war there. But so many Jews,
And then again,
and they're in the military. And they're like, there shouldn't be an Israel.
it's a dialect.
It is.
They are using different forces against each other that then collide and create an outcome they want.
Yeah, a caliphate.
You can walk up
Yeah,
the
okay.
ladder. You don't have to climb it.
She was on.
Don't you think they want a caliphate?
Spaghetti. It's a little slow, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Pizza,
They have
pizza.
all the money.
Deep dish pizza, Chicago style.
Deep dish pizza.
For sure.
Fuck
You're
it,
talking
man.
about the
China,
visit. He always has.
I mean, China is allied with Islam.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Look at these peasants climbing. I walk up the ladder. Yeah, I just kind of floated my way up here. Have some buff, boys.
Fuck, shouldn't have climbed up that ladder.
That's the big one. Is the most,
They're in bed with
Excuse
China.
me, sir.
It goes back to the Ottoman Empire. It's there's different factions of Japanese.
absolutely.
So that's why they also didn't convert to Judaism. They get sworn in on the Stone of Destiny, and they actually, if you go deeper, it goes all Merovingian. They say they are.
Yeah.
Oh, we're lagging. Might have lagged out.
You have the Rothschilds. They took over from the Battle of Waterloo by crashing the stock market and saying that they really won. It's like mainline history.
Yeah.
But they got reading rights, so it's all at the top.
We're
it's all
out,
about
boys.
absolute power.
We're out. We're out of the
It is about
And
lobby.
it's not a
Naked.
religion. It's not a.
Lagged out.
It's not a.
I think it's a religion. I think it's.
I think it's a. They're just Satanists or whatever it is. Like, it's not.
That's a religion.
I know.
Yeah, they
Yeah, I'm
always
asking.
say, it's in their mid-level Satanist, oh, we don't really believe in Satan. This is just about us being God. And I don't believe in God yet. We don't like give on and say, it's
Sure, I can go right in the
100%
same one. This one's
spiritual.
better.
And all that means is what your eyes don't see, which is a tiny spectrum of the light spectrum. You don't
Right.
see, we don't see cell phone waves. We don't see radio waves. We don't see ultraviolet rays. We don't see little radio signal from a garage door. It's all there. And so,
I mean, I don't think it is, Alex. I don't think it fucking is. Because I can't see it, and that's probably because it's not there. It's not real.
and then there's free will. And then, real, the universe really works. Everything's interconnected. The dimensions are all wrapped together. So there's basically energetic decisions about where energy goes.
Yeah.
So there's people that decide to go to what you call the dark energy source or the light energy source. And so people ask, why is all this going on? You can have Chinese, you can have Jews, you can have Catholics, you can have Muslims, people.
House, I didn't know
And
this
you can still
house.
have good people in every group because some just innately are resonating with the light, some of the
Yeah, it's my house. We gotta take it back.
It's that what binds it together is, you know, how do you fire out a text message and some zeros and ones go in and somebody forgets it? You don't see how it goes out. It's the same thing. You sit here with it's not the same thing. And Satan's got a plan, guys.
And I think it's like, and I always say this because that's how it was to me. Together, Shondo. Instead of,
That's why they get us in the conflicts.
Liar, yeah, he did not resuscitate me. I was told I'd be resuscitated.
That's why they create conflict, because that gets you into a survival mode.
but then you're defending.
That's why Bob wants. And then they would cut energy. You cut energy. Average paycheck anywhere in the world. It's 50% for energy and food.
Yeah, when the game started, someone just moved it all the way up there.
But a 60%.
What the hell's going on with my
And
horse?
so they want revolutions worldwide, not to empower humanity, to have their answers of more social caring. And really, their religion is the cashless society, social credit score, and anything that's not human. Transgenderism, the pedophilia, destruction of the nuclear family, destruction of men and women that know how to work with their hands, that are self-sufficiency.
Dude, I just barely missed that Frenchman's head.
Physically capture us
Oh.
so we can then be degraded in these high-tech prisons that we don't know are prisons. Incrementally get us
This game
to our
makes
free
me
will
wanna fucking
and shoot Satan.
do
That's
unspeakable
exactly
things
right.
sometimes.
It's to cut us off from God.
That's the big thing. Because
It's to keep us from knowing. To be.
Oh, it's a good thing I missed anyway. I think that was an Italian.
You're now part.
Well, our sword. They want to cut us from source in every forward.
It's very
That's our battery. They don't want to have our battery.
I mean, that's it. And so they want me off the air because
What are you going to do to stay on the air? I know you're just disappear. You're going to keep on.
well, and they're going to attack whatever else we do new. Attack those where this would happen. Again, I don't know if you know the whole saga, but take hours ago. It's just the cheat notes is quite a. They came in with trying to close the building. And last year, they had fake auctions and they blew back on, you know, and it wasn't true. It was made up.
I stood right up, got shot in the face. Horse, you're right.
They kicked me out.
Fuck.
Then they cut the internet off the other time.
Come
In November.
Should have
No!
taken time to
You
read
killed my
that.
friend.
Just here's how
I'm
it
gonna
works.
kill him
Because of the
again.
Come
justice.
back here.
Your turn.
Get back
Your
here.
turn.
They passed the law in
Yeah.
the 80s. That was true.
Again.
That's him too, and it's just it's a whole other branch of government. They did the bankruptcy reform in the 80s. They already had the office, but they expanded it. They created the Office of Justice Department Bankruptcy over. And so when they want to, like an Enron, whatever, the Justice Department can come in and have oversight and depositions and have a Justice Department. And so when I declared bankruptcy 3 years ago, it's a record long. They kept trying to find dirt in bankruptcy. The judge, Chris Lopez, in my opinion, is not corrupt. It's actually blocked him a bunch. So we can do for law. It's, you know, strict.
What happens when it gets stuck up on a log like that?
They put the first U.S.
Fuck you,
trustee in
horse.
the
I just seen that. You got what you got, horse.
Recognize it and say, okay,
Piece of shit. Come back here.
this much money in the future.
I hear you.
They just kept saying, we don't want that. We want you to give the website.
Who
money
says?
involved.
It's to pay for the settlement.
But they've said on steps and on the news they don't want money. They want the standing like it's like I'm married to them. Just keep it going. That's how they can harass me. So I said,
It's censorship to censor freedom of speech.
They've said it on the courthouse steps and in front of the judge. And I never made $70 million in 30 years, but I did a settlement over a year ago at the federal courthouse. They go, okay, we want $70 million. And my lawyer's like, 10 years, do it. And I said, I'll agree to this, even though I don't have the money. I said, watch, once I agree, they'll say, oh, there's some other stipulations. And they said, well, that, and I said,
Thank you.
Stipulations, no, that'll never happen. They come in like an hour later and go, want him to agree to do no Second Amendment. And I said, they go, everybody go on. So just to see, say, I'm entertaining it, what else? They said, ooh, that's good. I'm going to meet with you in the next few weeks. We have we have some opportunities for you. I'd like you to work with us. That already happened.
This is that horse dude. Oh, he's fucking
the
dead.
richest man in the world.
Nice.
About a year into Trump's administration. Yeah, he's seen on some stuff. He's a big, high-powered, top law firm.
Alright, we can go.
Says, hey,
Alright, well, we're stuck with the old man face for now.
Hey, somebody like to meet
Till
with
the
you.
next time I die, which should be pretty soon here.
Stuff. And I said I wouldn't say the name, so I won't. Like, listen, you're about to get sued and destroyed. You can only, I want you to run a news fact-checking thing. This was even announced, that concept. And we want you to be the reformed guy that understands all this. We'll give you $50 million a year personally as your salary. This division, and we're going to make you one. It's already been offered by Roger Ailes and George Limbaugh and all that for him. Sap it. Let's talk with it. And I said no. They said, oh, we're going to regret it. So then the PR started the deportation for about a year and a half. So I'd already experienced that. So in this mediation, I wasn't supposed to talk about it. Later, they did it over the phone to my lawyers. I'm protected. All the same stuff the lawyers go ahead and talk about. And the lawyers will blow away. I've never seen
Yeah, gotta stay quick.
somebody
Up.
literally come in and say, it's not
Jack,
about the
nimble,
money.
Jack, be quick.
Just forget the money. You should have worked for us.
Wow.
And so that, and I said, see what I'm talking about? They've already said that now on the news. They're like, we don't want to go on here. And I would never go off the air voluntarily, but I sure as hell wouldn't.
You an asset. Asset.
Yeah, wouldn't work for them.
Right.
I mean,
Flip you.
absolutely. So that's all this is, and I know God's real, and I know justice is real, and everything they've done to me is just turned against them. So I put all faith in God, and I'm not worried about it. But yeah, these are cool videos, and we've been here 16 years. That's half a time. I've been on here 31 years. It's a little over half the time. Yeah. So 16 years, so it's almost exactly. And it's running earlier. But I mean, we got new backup studios.
Red V.
That's what I like to hear. I don't know about that.
By the way, I don't own the studio. I don't own stuff. I'm just an employee, which is great. And I'll have control over, like the news director. Like, I love this. And so.
So it'll be half the assay and twice the work.
Absolutely. But beyond that, they'll still have their non-discharge judgments on. We live in a debtor state, so Texas was founded as a baby property. I gotta have my own sweat car. I don't
Hello, Red V.
Hold it. Hold that fire, bro. Oh, you two, get back here.
simple guy.
Yeah, I'm not going back in there again. That's like the worst place for a cab in those buildings. Jeez Louise.
So, I just, it means nothing to me.
You gotta press E again to launch
A
it.
bunch of status stuff. I don't care. So they're trying to put me in a bunch of other stuff. So this is easy. And I did realize about a year ago, Joe Rogan worked dinner, and he goes, "Man, I'm gonna tell you one thing. All about truth." He goes, "I'm just born." He goes, "You are a badass. You are your own enemy." Actually, it was the club, Joe. And he said, "You really need to get your stuff together." He goes, "These people want to destroy you, and you're your own enemy."
Enough with the Dragoon, really? No.
And finally,
We can't be enough with the Dragoon. I like the Dragoon. The Dragoon's...
I just said, "Yeah, we'll do it."
The Dragoon's fun.
Because I realized I was my worst
Don't play
enemy.
the Dragoon until I'm
Not
good.
taking care of myself. These bad guys want to get me so bad. I need to take care it really made me look inward and say, who is my number one enemy? God's protecting me from all this outside stuff. Every bad thing I have is going to turn around very quickly against them. So who is the variable? Who is the problem? It's me. And so I think, of who people think run everything, and it's the Vatican, or it's the Jews, or it's the whatever. There's evil in all groups. There's good as well. Changing this is an inside job.
That's right.
And we can, saying, there's this great unstoppable, is really the ultimate cop-out. Yeah, there's a lot of evil out there. People always say the devil's greatest trick was convincing the world that he didn't exist. I think that's the second biggest trick. Devil's biggest trick is the good does.
That's right. Yeah. The teachers used to say, everybody's convinced about what said that was anything that can go will go. If you anything that can go will go. It's the reversal of everybody needs to and that's true. It's true. If you're living, nice to see anything that will.
That's my experience. And there's the Garth Brooks song, some of God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers. And
that's true, huh?
And as I've really seen God's hand on everything, and just how amazing it is. As long as we just have faith in God and march forward. It looks like something bad's happening to me. But it was all strong. That's an example of everything else. And it's a process. And so I've never fought evil because I hate them. I do hate them. Can't help it. I'm not. I have problems.
Me too.
And I've always done it because I love it.
There's no reason to not play it. You get a horse.
I fight because I love people that are offending. But I now actually feel sorry for the
Let's go, lads. Let's go.
because they really are pathetic, and it takes away from them. And you don't hate them.
It's just more annoying than anything.
They know that physically you're
Just hurt them, and then it won't. We don't have to worry about
not getting on their level.
That's right.
We just kill all of them before they can kill us.
Right? Set the captain.
I agree. These are people that are not as blessed as us that got captured by it, and that's a loss.
Yeah.
That's really sad.
Lost to humanity. Need all it's this beast. Take that beast down. Now I think the next phase is gonna be fantastic. I can feel it and sense it. I'm so glad that you today got to interview and speak to you. I'd met and share the
Is the man he's cutting everything?
And I should have answered your question.
Aw, you cunt. You should have let me get up like a man. Coward. I could have fought him with my sword. Probably could have killed one or two of them.
Yeah, we've got a little studio back up. The Alex Show's down and AJ and X. They try to take my X account. Fuck that. They still said they're going to sue it by that. You're a new viewer. I know it doesn't sound real. Just type in Sandy Hook Families want Alex Jones's. They said in a court filing they own my name. They said, well, we're deep amendment against slavery doesn't apply to him. And his judgment's so big we own it. They're going to take my name away. And I'm not like Prince decided to deal with Sony or whatever to sell my name. No, my name's Alex Jones. My dad, mom, Dallas, Texas, 97. And they think, well, he's so demonized we can set the precedent. So we've got a satellite outlets. We own the same radio stations.
Fucking A, dude. Those spikes, bro.
It's this week or next week or whatever it is. It's the end of the line.
They're in the house.
And so people can just find us and know that the bad guys don't want them there. They can find me real Alex Jones on X. We're going to announce how to build it now with our sponsor. They have to own any of the stuff because they can take anything I own. So their sponsors building some side. They got 4 or 5 names. I don't know what they've come up with exactly. I mean, because there's so much going on. We've been really. I'd love to tell you. Here's the new website. We've been so busy covering the news and fighting that we haven't. We got a studio and got some X accounts and we got uplinks to radio stations. I'm running.
You're not going in.
Yeah, it's just we're to the point that I don't even, they have like 5, like I said, I'm not the owner. So they're like batting around names and painting it. They got some working sites where we get our writers that are here. We get, you know, the
Fucking A.
as soon as this happens, you know, the payroll, just all that stuff. That's
And if they're all gonna be sergeants, I probably
just
shouldn't
deal
be
with all the mechanics of that. Out of this, we were going 24 hours a day. It was always our goal. Italiani!
Nice. Nice.
That's just Smith on Troyer.
Yeah. This was large in part due to my efforts as a Dragoon.
Looking at places and about to sign a lease on a bigger place. Our new studio is small.
No.
Within 6 months, going in terms next year after that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
Pick up all the podcast, just run them and amplify everybody. Every few hours, I update new show. We love everybody's show. Just create a ton of synergy and finally complete that mission we had. So our greatest days are coming. That's part of God's I feel and know that my old mission has now been complete. Trigger the Great Awakening, working with us to be part of that, and now going the offense.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's what we do, right?
Something similar.
And
What's the plan?
I think a lot of, and it's the dawning of the Aquarius. The whole world.
That's right. They have their fake new age, but God's got his real age, and exactly that's what the globalists wanted. They call the end of history, and non-people got up and it's collapsed. They expect it's not going there. It's collapsing.
That's what's ending. You say the end times will
Yeah, that shit ain't coming.
On the line, laddies! We need all of our
Oh, I ran right into that bayonet.
The most amazing person
Did you notice that, or did you misclick? Please tell me you misclicked.
extraordinary. And that was because that was amazing.
I know
It sounds like a sham. It's only a certain point. Yeah, no, I told you. There was already a lot of stuff going on, a lot of things happening, but then I did have dreams, the big World Trade Center. In early July, I had it like 3 or 4 times. And I would have these dreams for months and I still have them. You wake up, you're like sweating in your nose. And then like a week or a month later, you're like exactly like you've timed station. And so I had about 3 or 4 dreams.
Give me a gag.
Before they tried to kill Trump, I came on air when I was at it.
Yeah.
In like June, I said, listen, this usually happens
I
a
am
few times a year.
imagine it as such.
The story. Yeah. But
Brother's gone.
back then, I never had
I had the rock with
a cell phone.
Get over here. Stop.
And even a alarm clock, I would use like in the bathroom. It's my bedroom, and then And so I go get coffee. It's 3 a.m. I'm not going. 3 a.m. I'm not going back to sleep.
I don't know. I can.
I'm just like, God's telling me. God's like, I've been telling you. You need to listen to me. This is what's going to happen. These are the probable.
Yeah, but that page just looks so bad.
Do this, and it was like they're going to have a report. Does it know? Plastic explosives sewn into her purse. She won't. Gotta say that on air. It's just gonna sound crazy. Final. Obviously, it's like the fourth time one. It's exact. Okay. And then they're gonna try to shoot him. And he's gonna do outdoor rounds. So I went on the air the next day. I'm not a guy that does. I don't want you. I was like, I am telling you.
Guys, you can melee, you know, you're like right in front, you don't have all
Sure. And then now I'm sitting there. God damn, be that quiet place. The most hiking David talked about. Get the transmission.
Man,
There's so much
fuck
going on.
you, handsome.
Fine. But I'm on election night. It's like 10 o'clock at night. You don't know if Trump's going to win. I think he is. We don't know. They roll the states. And I was in the studio and I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there. I was like, I felt the time to tell me. It's like, say, at 1:27, get just the times on again. Say, at 1:27, Trump will declare victory. I'm sitting there with guys. I've been so into getting so crazy. I go, can you predict till it ends? That he's going to 37. I think 27. What is he?
Fist fight.
Excellent work.
Oh, thank you.
Media system so that I can have a shot.
Make ready!
I did.
All that work. That was for you now.
Yeah, because I was wondering.
Help me!
Transform. As far as intelligence. That's what needs to be done.
It's such a nice uniform. Such great. It's probably the best uniform. One of the best uniforms. I do like the Austrian Dragoon and the French Dragoon.
Maybe this is part of it.
Yeah, I mean, God gives us all these compounds. Look, it's super powerful. They say it's good for your mitochondria. Actually, scary it works so well. But I can see all the bad things I went through. All that was just preparing me.
I think my tent was blown up. I should have spawned right there.
So much.
that like Brave New World type so much?
Thank you guys. Thanks
He's like
everybody.
fucking Frenchman right there. Oh, what the fuck?
And I'm gonna come back in a month when the show
Oh my god.
Come on, you fucker! Come on, you piece of shit! You fucking took a shot on me. Fuck you! I hope you catch fucking syphilis.
generations, and I'm so proud to have had you on the show and fulfill this
Let's do it again.
Hey, now those
Get the house out! Get the
Alright, that wraps it for the Roseanne, Barr, and Alex Jones podcast, but I'm still gonna be here playing the video game. Anyway.
Come on, you light-voided twat. Let's go.
That's so signal. So signal.
Sacred land, we drove them to the seas, the island where they spawn, and safe as the wharf. There they think they're safe, but
Oh, I'm lagging. I'm like, yo, why? Why am I not replacing it? Now I'm at Baghdad. Alright, I think that's gonna work.